Hello, my name is Everett Fred, a licensed Montana real estate advisor, and in today's video, I'm going to talk about the home selling process from start to finish. A couple videos ago, I talked about the home buying process, and I thought it'd be good to discuss the process from the other side. Selling your home can seem like a daunting task. For many people, it's their most valuable asset, and it's the place that they've lived for months, years, decades at a time. So selling it and giving that up can seem scary, especially if you're a first-time home seller. This video is for you. This video is going to walk you through the entire home selling process from start to finish. Now, I'm going to be talking about this process from the point of view of using a realtor. This is not for an FSBO or a for sale by owner, as that process is going to look a little different. Step number one for selling your house is to figure out the goals and the motivations for why you're selling. Do you need to downsize or upsize? Are you moving for a job? Do you need to sell quick? Do you want to try to get the most value out of it? You need to figure out these goals because they're going to help shape how the rest of the process goes. Your next step is going to figure out and find the realtor that you'd like to work with throughout this process. Finding a realtor and the right realtor can seem also like a scary task, as they're going to be helping you sell likely your most valuable asset. My first recommendation for using a realtor would be to use the realtor that helped you buy the home, as you've likely already made a connection with them and established at least a little bit of repertoire with them. If you did not have a good experience with the agent that helped you buy, I would definitely recommend shopping around to find the agent that is going to help you meet your goals the best. The third step is to have your agent run a comparative market analysis. This is going to help you determine what your home is worth in today's market. It's likely not going to be worth exactly what you bought it for. It's good to get a comparative market analysis done so that you know what you should sell the home for to get it sold the fastest. After the agent has run the CMA, they're going to help you with writing up the listing agreement. Now, this listing agreement is going to determine what liberties you're going to allow the real estate agent to take with your home, as well as line out all the different terms that you and your realtor have discussed. The terms in the listing agreement are going to be what you and your realtor negotiate and decide on. These terms can be deciding on the length of the listing, what the price should be listed at, which you should have from your CMA. It's also going to determine what the commission fees are going to be, as well as how offers are going to be handled. Step 5 is to get the house ready and prepped so that it looks as best as possible for when the agent is going to get the pictures taken. Your realtor is going to help you determine what the best steps are going to be to get your house the most presentable for photos as well as showings that are likely to happen throughout the transactional process. These steps can include cleaning and tidying up the house, as well as making any small necessary repairs or maintenance. And once this is done, then you can move on with photos. One other aspect that might need to be done is staging, especially if you're going to be moving all your furniture out of the house. If you're going to be moving before it's sold, then staging might be a good idea for you to do to help your home sell. After you finish the cleaning and tidying, then the photos can be taken for the MLS listing. Photos are hugely important for online buyers, so it's essential that they look as good as possible. After the agent gets the photos back, they're going to develop the MLS listing. This is the listing that gets pumped out to Zillow, Realtor.com, Redfin, all those different sites that the buyers would use to find your home. This listing is going to include the photos, a description of the property, as well as all the information that a buyer could want about your property. After the listing goes live, you're likely going to start receiving interest, especially if you did all the previous steps correctly. If you price it correctly and it looks great, you're going to generate some interest. So when the interest starts rising, you're likely going to have to set up showings, maybe some open houses. Your realtor is going to help coordinate the showings to make sure that you are aware of when they're happening so that you can remove yourself from the home for the buyer and their agent to walk through the home. Additionally, your realtor might think that open houses are a good idea for your property. Open houses allow a lot of buyers to get through in a shorter time frame to increase the amount of eyes on your property. After your listing's been on the market for a little while and it's generated some interest, you should start receiving some offers. In your listing agreement, you've likely determined how you're going to handle offers. Your agent is going to show you each and every offer that is received on the property, as they are required to do so. Your realtor is going to sit down with you and walk through all the offers with you to help determine which one meet your goals the best that you determined in step number 1. If none of the offers are quite what you're looking for based on your goals, your agent is going to help you come up with a counteroffer. Counteroffer is going to counter some of the terms or all of the terms in the buyer's offer, and hopefully you can come to some agreement. Now, let's say you received an offer that was perfect, or you countered and the counter was accepted. Congrats! Now you're under contract. That leads to our next step. So much like in my video from a couple videos ago, you're now under the due diligence process. However, it's the buyer's due diligence. It is now time for the buyer to determine if your property and your listing is the right one for them. So based on the terms that they provided in their offer, they're going to work through all their contingencies. Common contingencies are the earnest money deposit, the inspection, the appraisal, insurance contingency, as well as the financing contingency. Once you've worked through all the contingencies in the buyer's offer, you can now proceed to closing. The final step is setting up the meeting with the title company so that you and the buyer can close on the property. At this appointment with the title company, you're going to sign all the documents that are needed to transfer the property from your ownership to the buyer's ownership. Additionally, title is going to handle receiving the buyer's funds, making sure that everything is paid off on your property. For example, if you had a mortgage on the property, they would handle paying off that mortgage first, and you would get the remainder of the funds after everything is paid off. Once both parties have signed and money has been exchanged, the property now waits to record, which usually takes an hour or two, after which the property is now closed and it has been transferred to the buyer's ownership. And congratulations, you have now sold your home. I hope you enjoyed this video here today. Keep in mind that every transaction is different, but this should give you a good idea of what to expect from your home selling process. Keep an eye out for my next video where I'm going to talk about 1031 exchanges. Thank you very much for watching today, and I hope you have a great day.